introduce our first presenter. Mrs. Emily Creech is a music teacher at Allendale Elementary in the West Seneca School District. She's been teaching general music to students grades K through 6 and 5th and 6th grade chorus at West Seneca for 12 years. Mrs. Creech has been a chairperson and conductor for the West Seneca District Chorus Festivals. Mrs. Creech also teaches private piano lessons at her home and has sung as a soloist and in choirs for many community and church events over the years. Mrs. Creech has a bachelor's degree and master's degree in music education from Fredonia State University. Mrs. Creech is happily married to Mr. Todd Creech, also a local music teacher. And she has 3 children who keep her very busy and entertained when she's not busy teaching. I'm very excited to present to you Mrs. Creech and her students from Allendale Elementary.
Good morning. I have to apologize because I woke up with laryngitis. My students are going to do the best they can presenting for you. And all the things that I had to say, but I have to be really short. We always start class with a hello song. It gets the kids kind of motivated and ready to come to class. So we're going to start with our hellos for you. Repeat after me. This is my speaking voice. I use it every day. This is my speaking voice. I use it every day. This is my shouting voice. This is my shouting voice. It's not okay. It's not okay. This is my singing voice. This is my singing voice. La 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 la. I can sing up high. I can sing up high. I can sing low. I can sing low. Okay. We also use solfeggio and signs to learn musical scale. And we started doing the scale with hands-on posters in our school. They're going to demonstrate the scale for you. Normally I would do this singing, but I'm going to cheat today. Yeah. would trade what parts they played, get all the chance to play the different boom actors and the different frogs. So this is our final performance of the piece. I just have this one time. Ready?
Thank you, Mrs. Creech. Thank you, Allendale friends. Please stand, everybody. Ooh. Those frogs, right? Wait. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so sitting and listening for a long time doesn't So just watch me and do what I'm doing.